this thing right now is leaking. So if I turn it on, you can see water comes out of here. Now, it's only when you put this on and there's extra pressure. Normally you could just tighten this bolt here on the top, but... So this bolt is basically just a circle now, instead of a bolt shape. So, I'm just going to replace the whole hydrant. But in order to do so, it goes way down. So you can see this. You might be curious what the hydrant does. It's pretty much like a normal spigot, but one of the big benefits is when things freeze, the water doesn't freeze and nothing breaks in the hydrant. And the way it's able to achieve that is there's a drainage hole right here. So this goes deep into the ground. This part of the hydrant won't freeze. When you turn the hydrant on, this gets opened up and lets the water through. But let's say you turn the hydrant off, all the water will drain down and come out of this hole. All the water meaning anything above the valve line, which is again deep enough to where it doesn't get frozen. In order to facilitate that, we got some rocks. These rocks will go in the bottom next to where the drain hole is to make sure there's space for the water to come out. So what are you guys up to in here? Shay, did you get any eggs?
Yeah.
What did you get?
Eggs.
Can you show me?
I wanted that one.
Shade one. We should teach her to lay right in front.
Super bad news. We were taking the hydrant out and the plumbing that it was hooked up to was PVC and not metal. I thought it was metal. I was wrong. It's definitely PVC. We are rotating it in order to try to undo this part. So it looks like there's a right angle hooked to a small pipe, then hooked up, then it hooks up to the hydrant. This is the new one. So now we gotta go get another pipe here, a right angle, and then I gotta figure out what I gotta do to attach this to PVC pipe. So how do you feel about having zero water on the homestead because the well pipe is broken?
Not thrilled.
Yeah.
Alright.
But it needs to be done before the sun goes away. So that
We can try.
No.
But
first step is to get out.
yeah. Are you ready to do milking so then we can try to fix it? Alright, mate, or Moringa, we gotta milk. We gotta milk you so we could get to trying to fix the water. It doesn't look like we have a whole lot of time. So here's the plan. But we have the hydrant here, and then we have a metal, I don't know what you call this, but male part, and that hooks up to an elbow, and then that elbow hooks up to this PVC. We'll put the, I don't know what you call it, like the little PVC concrete stuff in order to fix it to that, and then it's threaded on this side. We bought some Teflon tape, so we'll use that to try to prevent leaking, or we may still use the cement stuff instead. And then if you look way down in this hole, it might be hard to see. We're gonna have to dig it out, but there is a PVC pipe down there. It's very difficult to even get your hands in the area where that pipe is because it's so darn deep. So it's going to be tricky, but hopefully we can pull it off. I am going to grab a longer hydrant. So it was going to be a race against time, but Ashley had a good suggestion and said to buy a work light. So now we got a work light. And the sun going down is not going to stop us. Look at this. Heroic. While I was gone, Ashley exposed the pipe. So that means we might have water tonight. Now the plan is to put the PVC concrete stuff and swab it in here, and then I'll go and I'll swab it down below. We'll try to slip it in and hold it in place, and then hopefully put rocks around it and stuff. So here we go. We have this piece in, which is, so we have that piece in. So now the plan is we're gonna get a bucket and we're gonna cut a hole in the bottom. That way we can throw gravel in it. But before we do that, it's probably hard to see with the camera, but since we cut a piece off of that pipe, it's now shorter. So this wall is actually in the way of us putting the pipe on, which clearly is unfortunate. But we'll do some duct tape or something to cover the pipe, and then we'll dig this out. That way we can put this guy in there. We put that bucket on top of this bucket. We caught as much dirt as we can. Now we can go straight down. So now, oh no, don't get dirt in there. Now we should be able to attach the pipe to this. So we'll put the pipe in and then we can put some gravel in. We got the hydrant in finally. Now we're gonna have to turn it on to see if it even works.
It sounds like it's on. Oh, we got water.
It worked. We'll be able to flush the toilet tonight. So there's this work light. Amazing. Super bright. I literally can't even see stuff. Like, I went over here to look for a rake. Yeah, not gonna happen. So this was a lifesaver. Without this, we wouldn't have water. That's a wrap for the night. We have our hydrant in. It's working. And tomorrow we're gonna have to put a brace. We'll probably do a wood brace and attach this hydrant to that brace, because if you keep pulling on it, the pipe is weak underneath. Obviously it's attached to PVC, so if somebody had leverage against this, they could really do some damage down below. So once we get the brace in there, it should be very unlikely that anything bad would happen to the hydrant down below. So I am so grateful yesterday that we got the hydrant fixed and the pipe sealed so we could have water. Ashley was pushing me in order to make sure that happened, and I don't know, I was tired that day. I was like ready to call it quits, so I'm very thankful that she pushed me. Now we're looking for some random wood so we can secure that hydrant. The original issue with the hydrant was that whenever we attached this sprinkler mechanism, the pressure was too high. The water would start coming out of the top. Now that we got the new hydrant in, let's see if it fixed the original problem. Amazing. It's a win. I'm excited and looks like it was a success.
Thank you.